Let's just get this straight. I didn't want to play this game. I've seen it a lot of times. I don't know why I'm playing it, but I was really curious. That's the thing. Again, this is a visual novel game. If you don't like that type sort of video, we just read and it's people like just a story based, not a game, just story and text. Skip this video or don't watch it. But yeah, this is about Gravity Falls and the two grunkles, as you call them, and you're swooning over them. I don't need to explain to you why I'm playing this. I'm just gonna play it. Let's turn up the music. Oh, and I ruined the whole thing. That's really loud, wait. Ah, good old road trips, full promise and ripe with potential for adventure, soul-searching and incredible scenery. For at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. As for now, your legs are cramping up, you're exhausted, you traveled places 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of all that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks the pattern is a sign that zips past, with the words that you're able to make it out, Gravity Falls. The road continues and giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something, because as you drive on you can feel it. Something strange is bound to happen. Here, something weird. And that's when it happens. Your car picks up speed, and change came out of nowhere. And you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Ooh, that's cool. Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest, you pull the emergency brake for the find the car resists and keeps moving forward, like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you scream until crash. Oh, they drew the mystery shack. How cool. Oh, my ass is hurting, bro. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumble off the door, and manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? Oh, it's one of the grunkles. A man standing near your open car door, and his hand is on your shoulder leaves the tilt your head open. He pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it into your eyes, 2 blinks and lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? Regular person. I like that name. That's a cool name. Regular person. What are your pronouns? I don't know, bro. He, him. Regular. Oh, Ford. Okay, I don't know. Stanford. I don't know who that is. Regular person. I'm Stanford Pines. Ford for short. I shake your hand, but you look shaken up enough that it is funny. You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? You open your mouth to explain when a voice calls from inside the house. Point, Dexter. This better not be one of your experiments again. I've had the place rebuilt too many times to... The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops slack jaw at the side of your car and the side of you guessing his house. You must have hit your head earlier because you could swear you're seeing double. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and I must have pulled the victim of circumstance into the house. I suppose entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. You tested a magnet gun? How? Reassure him. Reassure yourself. Cry. I'll reassure him, bro. Unsure for you reassuring the mystery man who just wrecked your car, you give an awkward shrug. It's alright. No, I must have done something wrong. A wire mix-up perhaps, or the potentiometer. They're talking about your other mistake, Sixer. Alright. Hey, look, he's fine, alright. Sure, there's the dent in the hood from the shack's signatures and a crack in the windshield. There's like the ominous triangle, but I'm sure his shit still run. If you haven't caught up on this yet, I'm a stranger crashing with the Gravity Falls people, and I'm just talking to them. You try to start up the car, it sputters, but ultimately nothing happens. You feel like crying. Why do I feel like crying? Oh, let's call a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. You're right, it's cheaper to tow it yourself. Sixer, that get the magnet gun out again. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. What, you fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? I take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life. This miracle worker is on vacation. Stanley, a moment. Okay, Forrest had to turn away and you left your thoughts. Who can anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can't take your car off, but how are you going to get home? They run buses out there, right? So you take the bus out of there and... Oh. Ford clears his throat, shifting a little awkward in place. Seems like they're finished their talk. So there's a few options. My brother Stanley could drive you out of town to find a place to stay for the night, Or you can stay the night here. There's some maps and information you can look in the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with your car. What do you say? Just about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. Uncle Stan, picture this, a whole week of my oh my gosh. Oh, it's Mabel. A girl that runs out of the house comes to halt the side of your car. Grunkle Ford, why is that everyone automatically thinks I'm at fault? Well, this time it's my fault, but I made a regular person here to stay with us for the night. If you'd like, I'm sure you can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. Being on vacation pretty boring. An old Stanmobile hasn't needed to tune up yet, so it wouldn't be that bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put something together from the gadgets I have laying around if you need any specialized tools to help with your job. That's a big words for Elmo. And let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. You can ask me anything. I'm pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Okay, where's Dipper, bro? I want to hang out. Wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate the offer to let me stay and to repair your car. Yeah, it'll be as good as new in my hands. I mean, look at me. Look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer. Who knows how many times she's still a beaut. Okay. I can't read for some reason. He points out a red car parked in the distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. Well, this turn of event is fortuitous or suspicious? I would say more suspicious, but let's do fortuitous. Free repairs, free lodging, there's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you can head to instead. Well, I accept, thanks for the help. And my apologies again, what an embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake. Okay. As the pine leads you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in for your phone call for you to whenever, and you find that Ford twins go by Stan. Wait, Mabel leaves her number in your phone for you to call whenever? Bro, get the fuck out. The parts of the house be just outside the door's mystery shack. Hey, you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to. Actually, I saw a bumper stick while I was on the road, and I got curious. You're interrupted by a loud thump of ha. Those bumper sticks were a good investment, and a Sixer says they're too plain and graphically simplistic, and don't even have an address on them. Stanley, how is anyone supposed to find this place? To attack the customers. Sixer, did you hear that? Oh my god. Well, they're graphically simplistic. I don't know how they found the place, let alone what is the mystery shack was compelling. I kinda liked it. See, he kinda liked it. Hey, I like you, regular person. How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. No, thank you. Tomorrow? Then I have to squeeze all my get-to-know-you questions in today. Regular person, tell me. Baibara? Yes or no? At the moment, a boy passes in the hallway at the Ford doorway, and Ford calls him out. Okay. Dipper, my boy. I'm surprised I didn't see you run out of the scene of the crime. Oh, Dipper, hello. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi, I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Hey, I'm not suspicious at all. You guys see the car on the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought Monotaurus were back at the Grudge. No, bro. Oh, yes, about that, Dipper. Meet regular person. I have stranded his car here by an accident. He's here to stay for the time being. Sorry, stranded his car here? You crashed it? Yeah, the S in shack fell out and everything. When the windows were cracked. One window, the windshield. And regular person was lucky to make it out alive. I wasn't. I really hope I didn't. He's fine, no injuries. Thankfully, the magnet gun rather safe despite never have been tested in a formal setting. Yes, did you not, take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to install a safety precaution. Okay. Hey, if you're gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get the regular person set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show your regular person around? Let him stay in, the storage room that's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. Thank you, Mabel. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, the kitchen and living room, and the hallway and the bathroom, and pretty much the comprehensive tour of the monuments of a regular house. Eventually you found that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative dollies make a lot of more sense knowing a grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson Zeus. Or was it Zeus? Whatever the name. Look forward to meeting him when he comes for work in the morning. When you go up to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, no stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. The next member of the family snores up to you from Mabel's bed. Our voting pig. Oh, the pig, bro. Who Mabel declares is her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right under the chubby cheeks and boop-able noses. And in the evening, though you've still been in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after TV dinner, marathon you'd been invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than forced circumcise. Returning us to the storeroom where Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you, and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Okay. Oh, and it's day. You wake to the weak glare of sunlight streaming through the small, high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter. And then yesterday come crashing back at you. You glance at the time to see you slept in afternoon. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have left you tired out. Damn. Despite having assured yesterday, even though you were free to do anything with the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family, and preparing as be polite guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Yes, from yesterday, of course. For God's sake, a moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. Ford clears her throat. I believe Stanley taking a look at your car outside if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make the leave for this real time when Ford speaks up again. And regular person, I'm sorry again for the accident. If I've been smart about it, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault and you shouldn't be worried about it at all. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I'll predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Weeks? You want me to stay here with Charles for weeks? Weeks? You can't get this mail off your face and can't really bring yourself to try to either. What am I going to do with weeks? Ford, who'd gotten kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers the prospect of a question he can answer. Well, the town tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But if you ask me, all the pales in comparison to... Hold on, do you hear that? Ford turns the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds come again. It sounds, well, the squeal of a pig, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Wallace tumble past the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in a hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow the doorway. Get there just to see the apparent tug of war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. The paper rips, nearly toppling backwards from her efforts. Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Wallace's jaws, lifting both pieces up victoriously. Haha, Mabel wins again. Now I just gotta find Grunkle Ford. Okay. Ford, who'd run forward and held a hand out. Steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over. Now finds a number of crumbled sheets of paper shoved into the hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. This just seems really weird. I don't know, why am I a guest here? It seems like I'm intruding. Grunkle Ford, you have got to help me. Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel, what's the matter? Dipper found a stack of pages from your old journals, and I walked in and waddled, ran up, started eating one of the most, must have been chewing out to warn me. Grunkle fold because look. Mabel takes the ripped halves of paper back from the Ford's hand and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see, and you took it as a warning? Yeah, say it eats small dogs and Wallace is a small pig, but it sort of looked like a dog from far away and Wallace must have feared for his life. Wallace seems to second this notion with a snort. Or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can imagine what a dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf, something bigger. You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Wallace was so scared that time I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? How about I finish a repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Wallace safe from harm. Mabel flops down to the floor in relief. Grunkle Ford, you're an actual lifesaver. Wallace, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the kneel and standing back up. Alright, I go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave and you suddenly remember that with nothing better to do for weeks, you're going to be here. It wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know what there is to do around town. Anyway, and you need to not die of boredom in first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Stan made it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing you in the car on the side of the house again though. What should you do? Okay. A save slot. Get to know Ford, check on your car. I'll check on my car, bro. I want to leave. After Ford leaves, Mabel rolls away with the pig towards the living room and you head after the house in search of Stan. Mr. is shown to have 4 main sides, but you feel like you made rounds past 5 of them before seeing your absolute wrecked car. You swear it looks even worse than it did when you crashed it. Okay, that's weird. Stan stands before it. Stan stands before it. I can't really speak. On his hips, as he looks at the large wooden S that's made his indent in the car's hood. How bad is it? I can't tell yet. Nothing gets his letter off the hood. That S never did like to stay in place. Mr. Ishak, huh? Look, if you're gonna insult me... Oh, were you reading the sign? I'm fixing it later, alright? Just stay, avert your eyes. Don't look at it. Let him do it himself. Okay, you stand back and let him have the go, removing the wooden seats by himself. You watch the stand find a good grip on the S, try to hold it off before rethinking to approach and going around to push it off instead. He has a few guns to clear off it, and you feel very guilty and very awkward when offering some help in some way. Just as you're about to step in to lend a hand, Stan gives the S the last bit of force needed to slide off and hit the ground. Now it's free, it's burdened, Stan lifts up the dented hood in the car to let it inside. He hums and rubs his hand over his chin, though he walks into his toolbox grabbing the tool before walking back, still assessing the damage. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. We got parts need replacing, not to mention she's not gonna look so hot after this, not unless Ford gets a tech squirreled away somewhere that can smooth out his dents. The more he tells you the situation, the more this all sinks in. You really are stuck here. Stan spots your worried frown. Hey, regular person, right? Look, I know this sounds, but with me in the job you'll be set back in for a road on no time. You think so? Kid, I know so. I even got a plan to get those replacement parts for you. Might not be able to clean up all the scuff marks after I'm done, but she'll run. That's what I'm aiming for. And hey, so you maybe got to stay a couple of days. So what? There's worse places to get stranded, believe me. In fact, I'd even say the Mystery Shack is the best place to get stranded. We got all tons of stuff for people just passing through. Merchandise, magic, mystery. In other words, mayhem. You get the idea. Yeah, I do. Stan tosses the tool in his back of hand toolbox, exchanging it for another. It works for a while longer while you silence metallic clanks of occasionally heavy breath, all that mixes in with the sounds of outdoors. You stand by awkward, uncomfortable, and a little useless. Can I help with anything? No, know anything about cars? I actually do. No, I'm lying. Stan straight and cracks his back and sets down the tool before leaning casually against the nearest load-bearing surface. He wipes his forehead, lets it all fall to his waist, and gives you an assessing look. How about colleagues? Telltales? Improv? Yeah, I think I can handle that, but what does that have to do with this? You're just a standard car, in the limbo between life and death by nothing other than Stan Pine's car expertise and a little luck. Nothing, I was planning on having you help Zeus around the shack. A favor for a favor, what you say? What is more interesting than helping Ford with his pest problems? You accept. Right, follow me. Okay, this game is taking much longer time than I think. Okay, I'm gonna have to save. I don't have that much time. I thought I had more time. I don't have any more time right now. So I have to leave. But if you guys want a part 2, I'll do a part 2. It seems like a cool game. Credit up to the developer for making a full story out of this. I don't know if I only have 5 minutes left or 20, so I have just to leave and get back to it if I have time. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more visual novels, I have a whole list of them. Go check them out. And yeah, You and Me and Her, the last episode is coming soon. Next weekend, maybe. Something in that era. So yeah. Hope I see you next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.